The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Navy midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. And Jesse, they've got a running back they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats to the football. Because if you come out here with your B game, he can run all over you.
And it's important for this offense, too, because they need to have balance on offense. They need the ground game to get going. He's capable. He's shown flashes. We just want to see it consistently.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, midshipman. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Memphis Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll leave it with him. And the defense on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Lewis wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Memphis will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Just needs a crack to get a return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the toss. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around. And this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones.
Turning it on. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Gives it on the option. Guys, we have a second here to talk about Navy. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers, But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
Snags it over the middle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Navy! The offense cashing it in on that drive. And I think the offense caught the D off guard on that play, throwing it to the fullback. I think this defense was expecting the fullback to kind of ram up in there and try to block somebody, maybe get a fullback dive, but not release out of the backfield like that and catch the ball. This fullback, he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Lewis to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Smith takes the handoff, and he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back. He'll pull it on the read. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Yeah, and obviously great play by the offense to keep the drive alive, and also a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Looking to move the chains. Here comes Memphis on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run the option. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Mids facing a second down play to open the period. They'll go to the toss. Slithers into space. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
Leaves it with the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Navy lifts anchor in the red zone.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, midshipmen. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They'll run play action. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Working that left side now. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Brings up second down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Horvath. Takes the easy completion. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Sends it back in motion. Run it with the fullback. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down, big fella.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Try to get it to the edge. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
Yeah, stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they need.
Navy will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And you couldn't ask for much more than that. A perfectly placed punt pins them inside the 5. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. From their own 18-yard line, it's 1st down. These corners backing off a bit. Lewis wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Smith. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Under fire. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to take off. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll go to the ground. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident.
Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Memphis. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Navy will go back on the attack. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. They'll run the option. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the court
breaks into the open. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Crosses the 10. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Navy.
Navy will have it with a first and goal. The give to the fullback. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass it.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
Yeah, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Push down for the tackle.
Decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
14.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They get to him as he throws.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the running back from the shotgun. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Lewis to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Caught close to the marker. It's Smith. Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
We reach the break, and Navy holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet.
I love when you boot athletic quarterbacks, and you boot him to the left right here outside the pocket. Does a great job. He can attack down the field, or he can take off and run. It's kind of a pass-run option, especially when you have a guy that dynamic at the quarterback spot.
The give is to Smith. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Lewis wants to pass. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Navy offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Leaves it with the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Dropping back, it's Horvath. Working that wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Flips it out in the flat. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Navy now facing third and short. The give on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. catch in the middle. It's Kent. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
The give to the fullback. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Now on the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
31, Memphis, 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Lewis to throw. Got a man. It's Thompson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thompson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thompson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Just keep slinging it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Cross. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28th.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a 1st down. Lewis wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
QB starts the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
The clock is stopped. No gain on the play. Brings up second and goal.
They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody